My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 22nd, 2024. It is 3:22 a.m. This is video number 3. Video 1 was on our part of Pew service. I could have easily put it on PYTE, but because I was talking about Archwell and one of the tweets, so I put them on our part of Pew service. And video number 2 is on PYTE, and this is video number 3 where we will be discuss. Let's see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tweets. The last one I may not cover it because it's a video. It's pretty long. It's about 10 minutes, so I don't think I will cover it. Okay, but let me grab the link. I have these tweets to share with you. Let's look at the back end of this channel. 4,200 subscribers. New subscribers welcome. Estimate revenue $216.35. And let's see here, analytics. Okay, 1,839 views in the last 48 hours. I'm surprised it's that low. Unlike PYTE, I had more views on PYTE, or was it our part of Pew service? Because I haven't put much. I haven't uploaded anything. I guess people are still watching the short videos, which I'll be removing sometime next month before I reapply for the monetization program. I spoke about it on the first 2 videos. What happened is that during the Nigeria trip, the channel was not under monetization, our part of Pew service, that is. And then while I was uploading those videos for you guys to see, people were subscribing and were watching, and then I had enough views and it got into the monetization program. By Monday, YouTube removed it from the monetization program. The problem that I had, the way that they did it, because I wasn't expecting to earn any money from it from the beginning. What YouTube usually does, let me go to PYTE first to show you. On PYTE, when YouTube has an issue with a video, they will tell you that particular video will not be monetized because whatever the issue might be. All right, so they notified you. There's one video which I removed, fixed, and re-upload. The one that YouTube had issue with, I deleted. Okay, the video copyright details, so I delete that. They give you a warning. They not warning, they just let you know the video is not gonna be monetized because it has things in it. But on our part of Pew service, what they did here, let me show you. Let me go on that channel. So I'm on our part of Pew service. What they did here with the short video, even though I made sure before I uploaded it, there was no issues with it. YouTube says important notification, channel no longer monetizing. So whatever the issue might be, they automatically remove the entire channel from the program. And at the same time, when I look at my content, restriction, all of the uploads that I have, no issues. When I go to the short videos, these were the ones that I was putting, and then that got me into the monetization program, and then for some reason it got me out of it as well. Restriction, nothing. Okay, there's no issues with any of my videos, but they took it out. Instead, what they should have done is just to monetize the video, whatever the video that they have issues with. That's because they don't. So that's the problem, and I went in full detail more onto that issue. Now let's go back to APTS Sussex. So now I'm on APTS Sussex, so that's that. Okay, so now let's go on Twitter. They didn't give the channel any warning, nothing. I just covered this on PYTE. Looks like the tabloid was talking about some airplane things that deal with Nigeria. I don't know. Alright, so this is the first tweet. Right? That's the one that I took. Okay, they wanted to Diana him. Quote, the Duke declined because the offer did not come with any security provision, meaning he will have been staying in a visible location with public entrance and exit point and no police protection. Okay, so they archive it. Let's go into it. The link will be in the description. Okay. Prince Harry rejected King's invitation to stay at royal residence. Meanwhile, when he had Fragmore, that was his headquarters, but he decided to take it. And then now, I mean, these people are full-blown evil. When I say evil originate over there, they keep on showing me every day. What is going on here? Remember, Charles, he wants to please his friends. The connection he has with his kids, there's none. I truly feel this opinion of mine. Okay, I don't know for a fact. I don't know how Charles feel, but in my humble opinion, I truly feel Charles do not have any feelings for his kids that he had with Diana. I think he just produced them for the firm and tell the firm, here are the kids, leave me alone and move on and go hang out with his mistress. Okay. So anything that the papers, because he considered those people, the tabloid people, the newspaper people, are his friends.
The most damaging charge that is made in relation to your marriage is that you were, because of your relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, from the beginning, persistently unfaithful to your wife.
Speculation. And Mrs. Parker Bowles is a great friend of mine. I have a large number of friends. I'm terribly lucky to have so many friends who I think are wonderful and make the whole difference to my life, which would become intolerable otherwise. And she has been a friend for a very long time, and along with a lot of other friends, and will continue to be a friend for very long.
So he's pleasing the friend. He wants, in my humble opinion, wants to... Okay, just look at the video. It has been done before. That's it. All right, let's get back to this. Duke of Sussex reportedly turned down the offer while in London for Invictus anniversary because it came with no security provision. Okay, who told the paper that? Who told the Telegraph that? I'm sure it's not Harry. Okay, that was written yesterday, 21 May 2024. The Duke of Sussex turned down an invitation from his father to stay at a royal residence earlier this month because of security concern. The Telegraph understands Prince Harry, 39, spent 3 nights in London when he flew from California to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Invictus Game, but did not see the king. He's said to have made several personal requests for a meeting. Okay, but on arrival in the UK, issued a statement stating that he and his father... Oh, okay, I think I read some part of this someplace else. Okay, issue a statement stating that he and his father will not meet. He suggested it was because the king was too busy. Yeah, I remember reading that. And then they make another headline out of this as well. However, Charles, 75, did agree to a request from his younger son to stay at an undisclosed royal residence. Nobody will know where he's at. And then they will easily say, we don't see him. We don't know where he's at. Aware that he no longer has an official UK home. Had the invitation been accepted, it may have provided an opportunity to spend some time together outside of the hectic schedule. The Duke declined because the offer did not come with any security provision, meaning he will have been staying in a visible location with public entrance and exit points and no police protection. At this point, Harry should know his family don't mean him well, especially his father and his brother. Oh my God. The two people. This is insane. This is insane. My goodness. All this because of popularity. Do they think these things are making them even more likable? not Harry part here. The left behinders, the father and the brother. Oh my lord. The Duke declined because the offer did not come with any security provision, meaning he will have been staying in a visible location with public entrance and exit point and no police protection. Instead, he chose to stay at a hotel as he has done all recent visits, meaning he could come and go unseen. Royal residences are among the best protected properties in the country, with armed officers stationed at the gates. Of course, they have that, but what will happen to him? Okay, they will not tell the public where he's at. And then when something happened to him, his wife cannot find out. You know, when they said they don't know. Look, perfect example. What's happening with Kate? Nobody knows. Okay? I really hope she's well. Okay, instead he chose to stay at a hotel as he has done all recent visit, meaning he could come and go unseen. Royal residences are among the best protected properties in the country, with armed officers stationed at the gate. Wasn't one of the barracks in the UK was someone had breached it? Not too long ago. Could be 2 years ago where I talk about that. Let me see. Okay, so let's continue. There's this here. The Duke remains devastated about the withdrawal of his right to automatic police protection, which has become one of the biggest barriers to reconciliation with his father. He applied for a judicial review after Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures (RAVIC) declared in February 2020 that he and his family were no longer entitled to the same degree of personal security when visiting Britain. But when Charles wanted him, okay, you got police coming, you know, from the airport, you know, to bring him to bring Harry to the king. Instead of bespoke arrangement was created that involved assessing each visit on its merit. The Duke told the High Court he felt forced to step back from royal duties and leave the UK. Yeah, when you look at the Sandringham agreement and the review in court, all of this exposed exactly that.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between. A compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most. My family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
He accused the Home Office of subjecting him to unlawful and unfair treatment by denying his family the right to automatic security and claimed he has been singled out and treated less favorable than others. He said he believed the decision was imposed upon him as some form of punishment for protecting my family and putting them first. That's exactly that. The Duke offered to pay for his own security but was told the Metropolitan Police Service was not for hire. He lost the legal challenge in February, leaving him with an estimated legal bill more than £1 million. Mr. Justice Lane insists that Warwick's decision had not been irrational or procedural unfair and rejected the Duke's inappropriate formalist interpretation of the process. And that reason for the judge, I disagree, but I agree with the judge decision for allowing whatever the palace wanted. Okay, why? Because Charles and William are the two key holders for the institution. Okay, so they made the choice, that's fine. But his reason, the judge reason, nah, I disagree. I disagree with that. But if he could have said something different, maybe I would have agreed. But when you look at William is the heir, and he's the one who hired Simon Case to find a way to get Harry out of there, to not get the protection that he needs and all of that. William is the next person with the monarchy. So in that aspect, even though I don't agree with it, okay, I don't agree the treatment that they're giving Harry, but in terms of the judge's perspective, seeing the two people who will be handling the institution are on the same page, they don't want Harry there. Let's say, for instance, Harry was doing something really bad for the firm, even though he's not. Okay, even the commentators are saying Harry's making the UK look good. Okay, but he doesn't deserve it, that kind of praise. But the heir and the current monarch don't want him, so the judge have no choice. But his reason, the judge's reason, it's uncalled for. He should pick something different. Okay, formless interpretation of the process. Okay, Harry is now required to give at least 28 days notice of his visit to the UK, including all detail of his travel arrangement. Yeah, so they could plan all of that to allow the committee to access his security requirement. All right. If he tells them everything, they're going to review it, see where they could sabotage whatever it is that they plan on doing, and then they're going to tell him no. Okay? They're going to tell him no. And they want to humiliate him. That's all it is. Okay? He has been denied almost every request except for the odd occasion when he has traveled to or from a royal event such as a coronation. The Duke was given a police escort when he returned in February and was driven from Heathrow Airport to Clarence House for a meeting with King shortly after the monarch was diagnosed with cancer. When he needs him. I don't know why. I don't think he has cancer, but he's walking around without any mask. I mean, I'm not a doctor to know all of this, but people that has issues where the immune system is at a level where you need it to be strong and it's not, you're not gonna be walking around without a mask, getting all germs to weaken your immune system. Charles doesn't have whatever it is that he's saying. It's just an excuse. Whenever there's an issue, blame it on the cancer. Oh my God, these people. Alright, the Duke feels he is currently unable to bring his wife or children to the UK as he cannot guarantee their safety. He is frustrated that his offer to pay for his own protection was turned down. It is understood. Similarly, given that his father, principal private secretary, and other senior members of the royal household sit on Warwick, yeah, this is why they changed. This were happening when the Queen was alive. They removed the Queen's secretary and shift things around. These are all people of Charles. They do what Charles said. That's it. He feels that if they desire to help him, things might be different. And announcing his intention to appeal the judicial review ruling in February, his spokesman said, quote, "The Duke is not asking for preferential treatment, but for a fair and lawful application of Warwick's own rules, ensuring that he receives the same consideration as others in accordance with Warwick's own written policy." That's it. He believed that when he stepped back from royal duties in January 2020, the committee failed to adhere to its own written policy by conducting a full risk analysis. Look at this. This is true. That paragraph is true. There was a 1 year period, okay, where they will give him security and he will start thinking about things. But even that, his family didn't even follow. They removed the security right at the beginning of it. So these people are not trustworthy. If they could do that with their own, think what they do with other countries. The Duke's case is that the so-called bespoke process that applies to him is no substitute for the risk analysis, the statement said. All right, so that's that. The link will be in the description. Let's go to Twitter and see what some people are saying. Thank you for sharing. What a deadbeat father. All right, so this is probably from some of the things that I read from that article. You could pause and read it, but I'm not gonna read it again because I read the entire article. Harry wanted to make sure that he woke up in the morning. That's for sure. He knows these people better than us observers, and even we were alarmed. I mean, I've seen this since 2020. Let's just say, when this man said he grabbed his family and fled the UK, believe that he had good reason. The other brother pushed him out too. Let's keep that in mind as well. But the way he did it though, this is the thing here. He didn't give them the alert of that. After the I think it was before the Sandringham thing. They went on, from my understanding, you squaddies could correct me on that. He went on like a holiday, like I think around Christmas holiday. Meanwhile, he knew he was leaving. He knew they did not want him in there. Okay? Because they really didn't want him to marry Meghan. Look, all the things they did to Archie's bedroom in South Africa. All of this. Alright? So he already knew they did not want his family in there. They want him, but not the rest of his family. So what he did the trip to Canada, put his wife in a safe place on an island in Canada, and then when the Sandringham summit happened, he had to fly back to the UK and talk about it. That's my understanding of it. And then when he left the Sandringham office, the summit, that's when he did the speech before he left to go to Canada to meet Archie and Meghan. He did the speech that the decision that I made to step back and all of that is not one I made lightly. It was after so many months and all of this. That speech that I'm talking about.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
Then he already knew he did not want his kids and his wife to be there when he's leaving. So that's why he made the trip before, and then he traveled back by himself. And then by then, all he had to do is go meet them, because they could have done anything in between. Alright, so there's that here. The Duke was giving a police escort when he returned in February and was driven from Heathrow Airport to Clarence House for a meeting with the King shortly after the monarch was diagnosed with cancer. However, when he left the residence for his hotel, he had no protection. Okay, let's see here. Clearly, Harry said no to whatever they wanted him to do, so no fancy ride back to the airport. See, I didn't even know that part here. I even shared with you when the police escort was coming, taking him from the airport. This is sick, and this I truly believe has to do with the lawsuit that's coming up in next year. I think it's in February or January of next year with the tabloid. This is what's going on here. They really want him either remove the case or erase him. And then his father is helping the paper. I freaking can't believe this.
A large number of friends. I'm terribly lucky to have so many friends who I think are wonderful and make the whole difference to my life, which would become intolerable otherwise. And she has been a friend for a very long time, and along with a lot of other friends, and will continue to be a friend for a very long time.
This says everything about Charles, everything. Okay, just horrific. How can they keep questioning why he doesn't bring his kids for a visit? Alright, so let me read some more and then move. They keep forgetting Prince Harry is a two-tour combat veteran. He thinks tactically. You also know they would have leaked his location publicly. Of course. Alright? They know what they're doing, and Harry understand that. Okay, you just never know what could happen on royal property. Mr. Kingston was partying with Willie Leaks. There's another example. Somehow, Willie Leaks had bruises and Mr. Kingston ended up dead. Willie Leaks missed his godfather funeral the next day. Strange but true. And then, where's his wife? You haven't seen his wife. A lovely family when you have to worry that your own relative might facilitate a hit on you. Okay, Prince Harry know his effing worth. Wow, I mean, I assume it would. Chuck love to keep being number one shit dad. Okay, sis, I don't believe this. They want people to believe that King Charles didn't refuse to see Prince Harry, but he did. The way King Charles announced Prince William's new title on the day that Prince Harry was celebrating IG 10th anniversary tell you the truth. That's all they could rely on. The words, titles, what... They think HRH will not do anything. These are the things they dangling on Harry. And Harry knows this thing don't do a damn thing if you're not producing yourself. Alright, remember all the articles for weeks stating that he wasn't permitted to stay at a royal residence. Something's going on, not sure what yet. Okay, Prince Harry is very intelligent man. I think it's our parliament that run rabbit. I did a couple videos like in 2022 about that. When I found out about the Ravik, the Five Eyes, and all of this, I did a video about that. Then Charles did his thing. Charles did his thing and removed things, shuffle things around. It should have been what it says, but you know, these people, when things don't work their way, they make it work for them somehow. God is the highest one that will make sure Harry stay protected. And with Princess Diana up there and Meghan's grandmother up there teaming up with Princess Diana, they're making sure that family stays safe until God decided, okay, we have enough. That's it. Not them human being who wants to do that. All right. I think it's our parliament that won Ravik. As much as I despise Charles, I don't think he has any say in the matter. It was a government that Harry was taking to court over security. It was a review. He wasn't suing them. Okay? And then that wife... Alright, let's see what some people say. Okay, Chuck actually took the time to send his opinion about his son's need for security. He actually said that providing security for Harry wasn't in the national interest because no one would care if something happened to him. His own father said that. Yeah, I remember reading that and I was shaking my head. I can't believe this. Okay, it's the 3 senior members of the royal family plus their former closest advisors, then police and national security folks. So yeah, it's King Charles and friends. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And then this is the thing. What this person is saying here, this is what actually should have been. But when Charles started putting his courtiers, his people in there, and this is why Harry said he didn't know these people were there, were part of the Ravik, and they're all working in team. This is why I said over there, it's like a recycle thing. They have people in every basis, okay, to do their bidding for them. Alright, let me read this and then move to the next one. Alright, so that's that. Here's who sit on Ravik, obtained by the press in response to a freedom of information request. Okay, this is news to me. Okay, so there they are here. Okay. I just read that Royal and VIP Executive Committee (RAVIC) is a 10-person group of execs who determine security level and policy for certain individuals. 3 senior members of the palace courtiers sit on the committee alongside representatives from the government, Home Office, and Met Police. Let's see the names here. Okay, membership of RAVIC has traditionally been shrouded in secrecy, but the 10 figure whose job is to make decisions on the level of protective security afforded to members of the royal family and public figures or particular risks were revealed in response to a freedom of information request. The chairman is understood to be Sir Richard Mottram, a former permanent secretary in the cabinet office. Alongside the 3 senior members of the royal household sit the chairman of National Police Chief Council, Terrorism Coordinate Committee, and Deputy Assistant Commissioner and Specialist Operation at the Metropolitan Police. Okay, so there's all of that. I thought I was gonna see a list of names. I don't want to read anymore. Alright, please pause and read that. Alright, so let me bookmark this and like it so I could have it under my thing. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh my god, I already spent 26 minutes on this already. Next tweet. Okay, new. Prince Harry declined the offer to stay at a royal residence because it did not come with a security provision, meaning he will have been staying in a visible location with public entrance and exit point and no police protection. Instead, he chose to stay at a hotel as he has done on all recent visits, meaning he could come and go unseen. Alright, so this is the part that I read on that previous tweet. Okay, the Duke of Sussex turned down an invitation from his father to stay at the royal residence earlier this month because of security concern, the Telegraph understood. Okay, I just read that. The link of that article is in the description. All right, Prince Harry feels that the reason I put this here again is because different squaddies were talking about it. I wanted to see what some of the comments were saying. Okay. Prince Harry feels that, given that his father, principal private secretary, and other senior members of the royal household sit on private, he feels that if there was a desire to help him, things might be different. Prince Harry letting his opinion be known. That's for sure. Alright, are we ignoring the fact that Harry is entitled to security, but they're playing games with the 28 days notice? That's it. Yeah. So they could prepare. Okay, he's gonna come and he's gonna be doing this, he's gonna be doing, and then they plan whatever it is that they're gonna do. If he gave the notice, why would security be taken away on palace ground but not at a hotel? This unsecure public place would have made it possible to see Charles. Really? Does that make sense? Alright, he has to give 28 days notice, but then Ravik evaluate if he's entitled to security or not. That's another thing as well. Okay, there's all of that. This is the thing that Princess Diana did not have. You have the squad, going through their BS and explain, does this make sense? You have the ones over there who's the UK probably remove their brains and infiltrate their BS, and then they just take it as face value. So basically, Chuck wanted him to come so the paps could get photos. More than that. That GIF pretty much says it. That royal residence they keep offering is probably the same facility his sister-in-law presence is allegedly located, who needs security there. Okay, let's look at that GIF. It's gonna play again. Bloop, hit on the head, and then they drag him out. Okay, staying at a royal resident, aka welcome to the no security fishbowl that allow us to leak about your whereabouts as we see fit, and acting like that's the only opportunity that will have allowed Charles to see Harry is absurd. This just makes Charles look worse, in my opinion. This is what I was just saying. Okay, I don't know, all these nonsense that they keep on doing, they think will make them look good. I don't know. These people are pure evil. After watching the screen, that said, okay, I won't stay at any royal resident if I were him. No security, something doesn't sound right. He's safer staying at a hotel anymore. I put nothing past those people, blood relative or not. I will spend as little time as possible in the UK period. That's why he come and go. Okay, 1, pointing up, definition of when someone says yes but really mean no. 2, why would staying in a royal resident makes it easier for him to see Charles III if that resident is not the king's resident. That's another good point. 3, I wager he was told that King has a full schedule when he made a personal request to see him. Yeah, I believe so too. The same thing they told the Queen. Remember the time where he was supposed to meet the Queen and he had just spoke with the Queen. Everything was fine. He was about to drive and meet her. As soon as the secretary of the Queen know, they quickly booked her and called back and said that the Queen is booked for the entire week. Alright, so same thing here. King Charles, where Harry no longer had a UK home, why don't they say since King Charles evicted his son from his UK home? Bizarre. That's another thing. Okay, every evolution from the Guardian's cause of the crown, serious is bad, but this one makes me again livid that King Charles the Cruel, with a superfluity of a state of houses, takes Frogmore Cottage from Prince Harry and Meghan, the one home they had in the UK, and their £2.4 million, not my king. Okay, so what is that here? Private property worth 330 million. There's all of this you could read. I guess that's the same thing. Continue. Pause and read. That's when they went to see the Queen. New there's that. Baggage for you, God. Pure evil. Pure evil. I did say I was gonna stop, but let's read bottom up. Whoever is leaking this is compromising Harry's security. This has to come from the palace, not from Harry. He won't put himself in danger, but the family would. Exactly that. I find it bizarre that a father aware of his son's vulnerable security situation due to his background will provide his son with a property lacking adequate security measures. It appears, as the father said, is indifferent to the potential risk his son may face. Harry should own Frogmore Cottage, but that family is so immoral and wicked. Because hotels have protection and aren't open to the public, Charles offered Harry to stay with him, so there would have been protection. Just not the full, highly visible motorcade he wanted. He doesn't get that. He's not important enough to get more protection than the king. Whatever. Okay, stay in the delusional world. We know exactly what Charles is trying to do. They seriously are trying to get him killed. That's it. You know what? Let's stop with this comment here. That's it. All right, next tweet. This is exactly that. Nothing more, nothing less. Because Charles have care more for his friends than his own son. Because his son, he just produces it for the firm, and the firm can do whatever. So the firm wants to make sure the narrative continue, and Harry is messing up that narrative for them. They wanted to use Harry, be the scapegoat of everything that immoral that they do, just blame it on Harry. But Harry said, I have enough. Not now. I'm my own person. Alright, next tweet. The cowards won't tell the public the cost of security for the UK royals, while 15% of their citizens are suffering from hunger, but they dare to criticize other nations. So there's all of that. Okay, security costs of UK royals cannot be made public. Judges rule. This is where they have people in every corners for them. Their basis is covered. Just said you can't provide that. Guardian fails in attempt to find out how much taxpayers' money is spent on protecting the Windsors. That was, wow, that was recently, May 2024. Okay, and this one, February 26. Okay, health emergency. 50% of UK households went hungry last month, data shows, as millions skip meals and are unable to regularly afford groceries. The Food Foundation warned of widening health inequalities. With the security, this type of things with the food thing, I covered in some videos and PYTE, like in around 2020. But with this here, remember they probably, you know, I don't, you know what, let me leave it alone. Let's go to the next one. Okay, what I was gonna say, I will need proof, and never mind. Next tweet. Okay, am I the only one thinks that some in the media were bummed the Duchess didn't come to London, because if something really is wrong with Kate, they can blame her. They could have, but I think it will go to Meghan will say her truth and then move on, because these people don't even want. Remember during the walkabout, okay, they said that that was one of the scariest thing that she ever did, working next to Meghan or something like that. So Meghan is already aware of that. Why would she even go close to her when there's no camera? Okay, so Meghan she did what she needed to do. All right, she stayed at the airport, then even leave, because she learned their tactic. She learned their blueprint. They need someone to blame everybody. They doing their immoral things, their stupid things, but they don't want the public to know what they are doing, but they want to shift it onto someone else. Oh, this happened, it's not me, it's them. The same way they go to Commonwealth countries, destroy things, and then burn things down so people don't see their tracks. These people are pure evil. So this is a retweet of that. Exclusive. Friends of Kate Middleton have blamed intense stress, including the fallout from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's repeated denunciation of her and Prince William as being at least partly responsible for her absence from public life. What? For a minute, I thought they were gonna say about the skin color, but it was what's the other? I'm not gonna share that link. What is it that Piers Morgan did with the skin color? Oh my God. Okay, are you telling us that her unsuccessful attempt to banish Harry and Meghan to Africa caused her to have a mental breakdown? We don't even know where she's at. Okay, Kate lied about pregnant Meghan, making her cry. Meghan was abused by Kate and William, media buddies, because of Kate's lie. Harry and Meghan corrected Kate's lies. It looks like William and Kate are lying about Kate's mysterious illness. There's all of that. Okay, I thought she was recovering from planned abdominal surgery. Stop blaming others for her issues. Me thinks Willie is forcing her to retire to the countryside so that he can do whatever he wants. Could be. At least she's going to that route. Yeah, she didn't say something else. Let's see some of the comment. They can't seem to get their story straight. Exactly. With Rose, there's all of that because Rose is already in the public eye. Next to that 3 in a marriage one. Some of that intense stress is of her own making. She participated in lies and smear against Meghan for years, and now she's on the receiving end. Zero sympathy. Okay, she'll be 60 years old, stomp her toes on the furniture, and the first thing out of the Wallace's mouth will be, "It's all Meghan's fault." Yappers. Also, where is the kids? It's always Meghan's fault for just breathing. I feel so bad for her and angry that British press once again have turned this Kensington Palace fiasco. Don't think it was Kate who edited anything. That's regarding the Mother Day pictures of the kids. And to Meghan's fault. Hope Kate is okay though. He always been able to do that. Alright, so let's go to the next one. The one that first, the retweet. Okay, late 2018-2019, there were stories that William didn't trust Meghan, so she was not permitted to use crown jewelry. What a blessing that shade turned out to be, because you know they will accuse her of stealing nasty people in that country. Okay, that won't stop them though. They attribute supernatural powers to Meghan, clearly. And what stress has Kate had? She coddled, praised, never criticized by the media, etc. So what stress exactly was she going through? When Charles passes away, I hope to God Meghan stays in Montecito. Harry can go and bury his father. Meghan should protect her peace. I don't even think Harry will even go. I don't know. Then he shows up for everything else. So I'm 1,000,000% one on what I just said. They want to blame KKK war on Meghan so badly. The black whipping girl. It's so toxic and insidious. At this point, Kate is missing and will probably be phased out of public life. I'm just glad Meghan is thriving in America away from that messy family. Only through the lens of pure white. Oh shit. For a minute, I thought she was gonna. Remember Pure Whitey Entertainment? I thought that was my channel they were gonna mention, but it's Pure White Supremacy. Pure White Supremacy. Could one imagine that everything Meghan Markle does is centered around some aspect of Kate? Please, no one, not even folks in Great Britain, truly care about her one way or the other. If they did, the British media will certainly be reporting on her and her well-being. That's for sure. This is ad. Let's move on. Oh my goodness, so many things is going on, but they raising unnecessary issues. Oops, I didn't copy anything. Next tweet. I have 3 more left, and one of them I'm not gonna cover. Okay, oh dearie me. It was a palace source who leaked that info to the Brits media, though, so if true, who's behind it? Alright, source close to Camilla says Kate Middleton saw herself after being outed as racist. Well, again, they blame that on her. I really don't think okay, one of the things that I say, she might be racist. You've seen things with her brother selling swastikas thing and all of that. She might be racist, but I don't think it was her who was thinking about the skin tone of the kids. I think this conversation went on between William and Harry and the father. Okay, the 2 prime suspects they're trying to keep out of the public. I don't know how these people think this make them look good. I really don't understand. They're truly crazy. Okay. Sources close to Camilla said Kate Middleton saw herself after being outed as racist. She called King Charles III weeping uncontrollably and requesting leave from royal duties for a while. Nah, this is false. This is false. This is a new thing that they're trying to bring out now. This is purely false. Okay? Where is it? Uncontrollably and request. If that was the truth, if that was truth, that story would have come out right after Piers Morgan said it. Okay, it took too long for them to come. They're coming with a different narrative. That's not true. That's not true, because they don't want her to come out in public. How many other things they've been accused her of, and she still pop up her face into the public? Please, since December 2023, we haven't seen her. Something happened to her. They want to phase her out. So now they're blaming her now? Oh my God. They should have thought of this a long time ago. She called King Charles III weeping uncontrollably and requesting leave from royal duties for a while. Charles agreed on the condition that she fulfill her Christmas duties. When was that? May 25th. That's pure nonsense. Okay, they're playing with that. Let's see here. As long they are not talking about what Charles and Camilla did to Princess Diana, they are good. They, Charles and Camilla, Music Factory, CMC, and that's what it means. They, CMC Music Factory, Charles and Camilla, even had William talk against his mother, so people don't talk about them. I need someone to explain to me how all of this makes CNC Music Factory make the monarchy look good. Her cancer story hasn't given her the sympathy they thought it would. Charles is out and about, so more people are questioning why Kate still hasn't shown up. So on the next story, that's it. That's one. None of them have cancer. Okay, I don't believe that, not even for a second. They are just trying to use that as the reason. Could be. Why? I don't believe she saw herself over this. Yeah. They kill her and now they're running her and him into the dirt. That's it. Could be that too. Okay, who came up with this? And this is the thing. They should have thought of this a long time ago. It took too long for that story. If it had come right after, what's the other one? Piers Morgan had said it.
I will never believe it. But now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
That story should have come out the next day, but no, it took months later. No. Okay, who came up with this? There's a laugh. Kate doesn't look or act like the type that will give a damn about being known as racist. Thank you. The video which showed her aggression toward Meghan is a indication of whom she really is, a typical mean girl. Okay, so Kate was allowed leave, but Harry and Meghan had to be banished after being made homeless. Made it make sense without saying it's racism. They're raising more questions. The squad are raising more questions. It's crazy. They put this embarrassing story about the future queen unless you can tell she's no longer being fully protected, but I think William make her a scapegoat in this case. Yeah, even the racist thing. Again, I don't believe it's her. They threw her under the bus for William. We're overlooking the main event, which is that Princess Kate has been excused from royal duties as of November-December last year. As for Camilla's ladies' maid dishing to the tabloid, I don't believe a word of it. Okay, I genuinely don't believe Kate or anyone in that family cares one bit if they're called racist. The racism allegation just make them more appealing to their racist fans. That's another point too. I definitely believe things are a mess backstage and they're trying to get their story straight about why missing. That's it. Missington MIA, but I don't trust the tweet made from that account. Okay, so that's that. Okay, exactly how I feel. The people, the squad feel the same way too. Next one. Oops. If she's still alive. Next one. Okay, so this is the video. I'm gonna skip that. It's 10 minutes. It's gonna take another full hour. Maybe on another tweet, another video. So let me move it out of there. Alright, so not that one. I have something else to share. Video news, the monarchy actually thing. we give. Okay, so this is something else. Another video. Maybe this one is shorter. Oh, that's the same one. I put it twice. So forget that one. All right, I'm gonna leave this out completely. So this is my last one. Okay, so something happened and Ken, and look at this video. There will be screenshot in between. Someone seems to be bothering Kelly Rowland, and she put her in her place. OMG, French Karen had Kelly Rowland all the way effed up at Ken's. Alright, so let's see here. There's a music. Let me see if I can mute it. Okay, so there's a music. Just watch the video and there will be some screenshot. Look at, look at. She don't want her to get the spotlight. Okay, she's moving along. She's doing her thing. There she is again. What the hell? What the hell is wrong with... I guess okay, I'm glad the other people came. Look at what the hell is wrong with... I really don't know what... Look at it, laughing. Laughing. She knew what she was doing. Let's see this. She knew what she was doing. The racist self come out. Okay. Alright, let me leave that alone. I saw it. I'm not really into all of this, but I saw it. I added into the list. So that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
Go,
together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.